I'm seeing a pattern here, I say as the clock spins round and round. I'm seeing a pattern. I'm getting the reinforcement that it's always just past 11. As it's near the halfway mark of the stream several times now. I'm using the old URL, whoops. Several times now, the stream, the total upload speed just absolutely dies right after, or right around the hour mark. I have a plan. And my plan is I'm going to start streaming 1 hour earlier. And if the internet dies, it dies either at the end of the stream or 5 minutes after the end of the stream. I need to verify if the problem exists 1 hour in the streaming or at the same time every day. Because several times now, it's always right around the halfway point where I just completely lose the ability to upload. No bandwidth can successfully be sent. And I need to figure out why. Or if I can't figure out why, if I can at least figure out if it's the same time. I don't know why OBS would start having an issue when it's the same setup I've used since... When did I redo everything? There was a problem however long ago, I can't remember. Well, basically, after I took a break from streaming, I had issues. And what happened was something with whatever my old OBS settings weren't really liked by modern YouTube. So I went in and I looked up recommendations and whatnot. I redid a few things and then it worked. And so that was, when did I start streaming again? That was May? I think that was already a few months. But yeah, I'm probably going to want to go through and find even newer stuff. Even newer OBS recommended settings and whatnot. As I haven't verified anything with Twitch since I'm done on there. Sad times, bad hardware, bad software potentially, ruining my day. Sad times indeed. I need a place to store mushrooms. I'm starting to stockpile these as well. I'm getting a whole lot of items, a whole lot of few specific items that I don't use. Like all this cactus and sugarcane. I'm starting to get a lot of it, but I don't need any of it. And the carrots, the potatoes get there. Do the cocoa beans grow up yet? No, not yet. I think that gets fixed by the full release of 0.11. We'll find out. But yeah, later today, at least before tomorrow's stream, I'm going to need to go through and verify what things need to be adjusted. I also might have switched between the primary and backup ingest server. So I might end up changing that as well on top of anything else. Well, let's go around and make sure everything's working. Make sure every item is in its place. And I forgot to put the sugarcane away. Oop. Maybe I should do something with all this glowstone as well. Although, what else is glowstone used for other than creating the blocks? There's no potions yet. I think those get added later. Well, I know for sure potions get added later, but I don't know when. We can create a whole stack of glowstone blocks now. I saw that. Minor stream buffer. As I say, waiting for the internet to cut out again. But I wonder. Did you know that half of technology is magic? Right now, it's the magic part that's giving me issues. Alright, let's check out. I need to put this netherrack away, but I think I don't keep it here anymore. Oh wait, hold on. I think I keep it over with the other nether spire. And I keep forgetting to put these arrows away. Here, there, everywhere. Alright, I have food, I have pickaxe durability, sword durability, I have my bed. I have the items required to create the next spire. I don't have a chest. Let's do this again. Man, my hotbar's a mess. Can I clean this up? Oh, that's so nice. I forgot you could swap items around now. It's the little details. The little details I tell you. This is before you couldn't move stuff around in the hotbar so easily. And can you stop stealing my grass? I feel like the grass block is the most common block I see Enderman holding on here. And just like that, Bitter Monster's hungry again. Even though I thought he was dispelled. Not so fast, he tells me. Look, there's another Enderman holding a grass block. I'm telling you, they really like the grass. Thing is, dirt is not renewable. If given enough time, the Enderman will steal all my grass and all my dirt. Although impractical because there's a massive amount of grass and dirt here. But realistically, if they keep dying while they are holding the grass, that grass will never be seen again. And this is not a good place. Not a good place to be, because that's about to get deleted when I spawn another spire. Buddy, what are you doing? Go away. Are they this fast on Java? I can't tell. Alright, so the spire's over there. I'll just set this. Maybe up top. If I really wanted, I could be mean and just delete these trees with the next spire. One thing at a time. Let's set that there. Set the chests there as well. I'm ready, said SpongeBob SquarePants. I did put the... Where's the... Oh. At first I almost thought I lost where I left the core. That would have been unfortunate. And boop. I'll take that, thank you. I'll make sure I pick them all up. Time to fight. That guy spawned right next to me. Is there a set number of pigmen spawn, or is it random? Like, in certain intervals, they have a chance to spawn. I'm not all too familiar with how this all works. Okay, thank you. Now, where is the bed? Ow. There's a lot of spiders out tonight. At least it's not a green bean. No, Mr. Zombie, leave me alone. I'm sleeping here. There's another Enderman. Place your bets now. I think he's holding a grass block. Oh wait, did he teleport? We may never know. Alright, we are going to be smart about this. We're going to search the area real quickly here. If there are any green beans nearby, they need to be eliminated. And then I'll start putting stuff safely away in the chest. I think we're good. I'm starting to realize, though, I'm going to end up with all these nether spires in this one area, and then that one random one I built is going to be all alone. Problem is, I don't remember where I put it. Oop, oop, we're good. Alright, let's go get that obsidian. I feel like I should do something with all this obsidian now that I'm starting to collect a bunch of it. I don't know what, but I'll think of something. Maybe this will help with that redstone combination lock that I'm going to build eventually. It'll be an obsidian bunker. It's going to take me a while to get all the obsidian for it. Well, yeah, but it'll take me a while to get all the redstone for it. But for now, we'll see how all this goes. Can't forget you. Wow, that's 2 different quotes from Pragmata today. I expected an MCP livestream. Well, hopefully, we were having difficulties earlier. We're gonna hope that the rest of the stream turns out fine, but there's this creature lurking in the shadows. I call the bitrate monster. He likes to show up and eat my bitrate sometimes. But anyways, howdy. And I'm doing an entire series in Pocket Edition, one update at a time. Although, truth be told, some of these alpha builds are they don't work very well. And so I do kind of try where I can. Yeah, we are on episode, I think, 75. After we get to 80, it'll be a break. We'll be taking a break, and then I'll do a different series. Let me just get my inventory all nice and organized, bring all my items that I use into one area. Alrighty, let's go plop down another one. Do people even say that anymore? That was going around back when I was in high school. I don't plan on playing Classic Cube through all versions of Windows. I'll let you do that. It's beyond my area of interest. Both Classic Cube and going through Windows versions. Alright, so there should be the river, right? Once the chunks load. Ah, yes! Trees that were cut off at chunk borders because the chunks chose not to save. There's kind of this cave entrance here. I think I will. Boop. This is where we'll construct it. You know what this is like? This is almost like another Spire graveyard. I'm just letting them sit here till the end of time. Speaking of end of time, I guess sort of minor spoiler for Backrooms, although it doesn't really affect anything. There was one part where I was listening to the soundtrack and I was like, wait a minute, I've heard this before. It was used in one of the it was one of the tracks used in Everywhere at the End of Time. That was not a reference I was expecting. Of course, I can't remember what the original song was because that song was sampled for Yacht or EAOT. Yacht, whatever the abbreviation is, as I don't remember since I haven't listened to it in years now. I haven't listened to it since I was playing InDev. UMP was on InDev way back at 2021. I think September 2021. So that's almost 5 years since I've last heard it. One day I'll go back. But for 6.5 hours, I have other things I could use my time for 6.5 hours. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get to pick it up on CD. I'm pretty sure it's out of stock by now. Hey, look, you're not holding a grass block. Let's see if the skill bump's smart. Nope, he doesn't have 1.2 AI yet. I think it's 1.2 when they want to stand in the shade. Maybe that was 1.5. Ow! Oh boy, that hurt. They fixed that. Mobs on fire damaging you have a chance to set you on fire. Can you just... Thank you. Probably should have paid attention. There could be a green bean snooping around the corner. They always show up at the worst times. But at the same time, is there ever a good time for a green bean to show up? Maybe if you were exclusively making a gunpowder farm. Although, truth be told, I'm not familiar with this. Nope, I grabbed the obsidian from this one. Okay, where is it? Is this the last one I did? Yes, it was. Checks the time, sees half an hour left of the day. We just gotta make it through. And then I can be done, and I can get lunch. If I can't figure out the internet thing and I do just start streaming an hour earlier, I guess that means I'll get to eat lunch earlier. Then you won't hear me talk about how my stomach is making the rumblies. Llamas with Hats was another series that I wanted to watch, or rather rewatch. That was an adventure. Charlie the Unicorn, I didn't feel enough of an attachment to. Llamas with Hats, there was something there. Solid Fingers, every so often a new entry comes out, and I do watch it. Although, usually months later because I don't check it that often. Old YouTube was more creative because people wanted to make what they wanted to make. YouTube now is people trying to get views so they can earn an income, make a living, and all that jazz. They focus on what's popular, what will get people interested. That internet theory is only oversaturated. It's made the problem worse by there being even more content, because now you're not just competing with other humans, you're competing with AIs and other dedicated content farms. Alright, let's see. Let me toss this on the ground. I like to combine my stacks. There's a lot of spires here. I'm just now realizing how many I've been placing down. Oh, there's another one. Oh, hello. 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I at 6? Well, we're about to make 7. I don't know. This is relevant to dead internet theory. There was an article or something I saw, probably on Twitter, within the past few months, and it was a guy who made an AI that would automatically generate music and whatnot. It would generate music, upload it to Spotify, and then he had a different AI bot army or whatever that would go through and listen to all those AI generated songs. And he raked in hundreds of thousands of dollars from his own AIs listening to his own AI music. And of course, because regular people weren't listening to his songs, he went on for months doing this because no real human was there to verify anything. And so I think to myself, what a wild story. Non-humans listening to music by non-humans. And one real human getting money out of it. That was an adventure to read. Of course, he was eventually found out and arrested and fined and all that. But he was it went on long enough for him to make what would be considered big bucks. Yeah, boop. Alright, we're gonna wait around as they all burn up. As I scope the area to make sure it's safe. I think we're good. Nothing that looks explosive is nearby, so it should be safe to check the chest. I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of the reasons for pushing IDs to be like, hey, are you really a human? A real human really watching these ads? Oh, hello. I did not expect a sheep there waiting for me. Alright, checks the time. 36. No, we're good. Aha, I see you. Oh no, I see both of you. One, two. Bad guys are easier to deal with when you count how many hits they take to go down. Anyone hiding in here? I don't think so. I felt the sneeze coming, but I think I was capable of pineappling it away. I was muted just in case anyway. I almost wonder if I should have left all these obsidian blobs and just come back for them at the end. Well, maybe not, because if I need the nether reactor core, then I'd have to mine some of it anyway. I might as well just get the whole thing while I'm in the process. I guess this is a good way to get gunpowder, because they like to stick around, as they don't burn in daylight. Some days I wonder why Notch chose to make spiders and green beans not burn in daylight. I guess because they don't count as undead. Whereas it's only undead mobs that burn. Is the phantom undead though, because it burns in daylight? Or is that just, we're gonna make these less annoying? Someone could probably verify to see if Bane of the Arthropods works on them or not. Not many people talk about the Phantom anymore because the Phantom has already been in the game for 8 years. Either you found a solution to deal with them, or you just let them do whatever. How many people don't sleep for 3 days straight and stick around on the surface? That feels rather unlikely with the way modern playstyles are. And it's crazy to think that for a while there was no way to sleep through the night at all. Which means the Phantom would just be a punishment and inevitability. I was not prepared this one. I might lose with the last one. Nope, I still got it. Eat, eat, eat. Eat faster. As I'm going around picking up all these items, I'm starting to realize I think they despawn faster than regular items, because I don't think these items stick around for the full 5 minutes. They might only stick around for 30 or 60 seconds. Because it feels like whenever I leave something in here, I leave and I come back, everything is gone. I think this ties into what I was saying earlier about performance. You know what I've never done? Hello. I saw that. You know what I haven't done before, and I wonder if anyone else has really tried? What happens if you have if you build multiple nether reactors at once? Or rather, if you activate multiple. Is that even possible to do? Or is it like, one is already active? Let's be smart, we're gonna eat again. Out of all the resources I'm getting out of this, one thing's for sure, I'm burning through food. I started this episode, I think, with 12. I think I've eaten 4. Well, if I started with 12, I've eaten 5. Go away, Mr. Zomble. And you too. Oh, you know what? My chest plate's gone. I just realized that. I think it would be a wise decision to make a new one. We're not going to go to battle again until we do. Because I want to feel safe. And right now, I do not feel safe. Well, I'm fine now as it's daytime, the bad guys are going away and all that fun stuff. But I would not feel safe if I were to go back to battles. In fact, I might call it here. I might just grab the stuff and head back. Because I'm starting to get tired of all these nether spires. I see you. I see you out there. Goodbye. I touched the cable. You know what I wonder? I haven't thought about it, but I wonder if it's possible to play this as if you had a proper touchscreen. Oh, there's another one, buddy. What are you doing? I see you. No, I'm not talking intensive care unit. Goodbye. Alright, are there any more? For sure this time, are there any more? I think I might have finally eliminated them all. Although they did kind of make themselves known. Alright, I think we're set. Let's just head back here and grab what we can. We'll probably need to make a second trip. In fact, hold on, let me be smart about this. I don't want the chest to get blown up again. Let me just make sure that everything that's walking around is safe. I think we're good. Seeing all this obsidian reminds me from a mod pack, however long ago, that I put together for, it was a 1.6.2, I believe, 0.2 specifically, because 0.3 and 0.4 didn't exist yet. And the mods were kind of random, just stuff I liked. But On a creative test world, I believe. In fact, I don't even know if that mod pack had a dedicated survival world. It might have. But I know I had a creative world for sure, and it was using what was the mod called? I think it was Better World Gen 4, maybe. Better Terrain. No, it would be Better World something 4. I can't remember. It was big back in the day. Way back when. And it added several different world generators, one of them being Skyblock, I believe. And so what I did was I used the Skyblock preset for that world. So it had whatever at the start and then just a whole bunch of emptiness. Every other chunk would just be completely empty surrounding you to give you that proper Skyblock experience and whatnot. And I remember on there I built this giant obsidian rectangle pretty much because it was one platform with 4 walls all constructed out of obsidian, and inside I would do battles with whatever sort of bad guys were in the mobs or in those mods, one of them being Mo Creatures. Mo Creatures was installed. No, not Mo Creatures. Mutant mobs, mutant creatures. Oh, I can't remember what exactly it was called. But it had Mutant Creeper, Mutant Zomble, and Mutant Skeleton. And it might have just been those 3 at the time. Can't remember, but I definitely remember fighting those using, I believe it was the Keyblades from the Kingdom Hearts mods. Oathkeeper was always my favorite design, although I've not once played a Kingdom Hearts game. I own the first, I want to say 3 of them. Well, 1 and 2 both being the like remastered, reduxed, whatever version that came out several years ago, I believe. That combined the first few games. Because there was a release for 1, then a release for 2. Like 1.5 and then like 2.8. I can't remember. And it ended up being like 5 games within 2 different packages. I can't remember. So I own those copies available here on PC, but I still haven't played them. One of the reasons are I want to say those are very, very time-heavy games. And so, for as much as I want to jump into the Kingdom Hearts series, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how long it'll take for me to do so. Because, let's say 40 hours. I could play 4 games that take 10 hours each to beat, in the time it would take me to beat 1 game that takes 40 hours. I feel like Final Fantasy is also another series I would consider, but I don't own any of the games, and me being me, I'd have to start from the beginning. And that's also kind of one of the reasons why I never got into Skyrim, because you know me, I'd have to start with Elder Scrolls 1, and 2, and 3, then Oblivion, then Skyrim. I would say then 6, but I'm pretty sure 6 isn't out yet. I thought I saw a recent post from, was it Bethesda? Was Bethesda in charge of the Elder Scrolls series? I've already forgotten. I went the wrong way. Because I have more cactus on me. And there's more on the floor. The only reason why I think about this is because they made a recent post, I thought, saying like some of their upcoming projects. And I want to say Fallout 5 was another game that was listed on there. And then I think there's another franchise that I haven't played or I am familiar with. Where's my bed? That's right, I left it over there because I didn't have the inventory space. Oops. Minor oversight. Now let's see, are there any mob drops in here that need to go back to the dedicated mob drops chest? I don't think so, but there are a lot of mushrooms. I wonder if I should put the mushrooms in a chest next to the flowers, because I know flowers have a dedicated chest. And I think that's that. I really need to do something with all those mushrooms. If I wanted, I could make a whole bunch of mushrooms too. And where did you come from, Mr. Spider? Oh, you know, hold on, that reminds me before I forget. Let's just grab this whole block real fast. Let's do some crafting, because I don't know how much I want to spend diamonds just yet. Oh, wait, hold on. Can't I? Oh no, that doesn't work. I was kind of hoping there was a way to quick move it from the hotbar to and just wear it. Not yet. In fact, I think that takes a little time even on the Windows 10 edition to do. That might have been one of the features as late as 0.15 or 0.16. Because I remember early on playing the Windows 10 version that wasn't a feature. Now, I remember thinking, it's so simple to add, why don't we have it? Oh well. All of that is a distant memory now. Although it's not entirely a memory if a big chunk of my time playing Windows 10 has been recorded. Alright, I need to put away the sugar cane. Of course, because I still have to. Oh boy. There we go. I still have to put it in its dedicated area. Checks the time, see 7 minutes. Although I did kind of lose out on maybe 3 minutes between these. I'm probably not going to add extra time for that though. Why are you guys still spawning up there? I saw that, right? Smack dab in the middle. No, get off my carrots. Oh my gosh. Am I gonna have to put logs in the middle? Well, it's 9 blocks, which means the middle. I really could just put some logs there, because I don't think you could put torches on top of stairs. They really do keep spawning on these stair roofs. That's not fun at all. I didn't say you could spawn there. Those don't have full surfaces. And just like that, I missed Java spawning, because I'm pretty sure if this was Java, they would not be allowed to spawn on stairs. In fact, there's a whole video. There is a video, or not even a video, there's a series back in the day. Can't remember who it was by, but it was called... I almost think it was just straight up called Spawn Chunks as a reference to the Spawn Chunks. But it was a mini-series, and he tested what blocks mobs could spawn on. And I specifically remember stairs being tested, and upside down stairs were valid spawning areas. But regular right side upstairs, same thing with slabs, were not valid spawning areas. But here, on Minecraft Pocket Edition 0.11.0 Alpha Build 13, right side upstairs are considered valid spawning areas. And I want to know why. Alright, but first we gotta get Mr. Zomble off the roof. Like, I want to try something. Think his AI is fast enough for this? Yeah. I'm not interested in any Bedrock add-ons. Okay, that's partially true. I'll be honest, I do kind of want to play the Godzilla add-on on there. Except I don't want to spend mine coins. The only reason why I have about 1,050 mine coins is because I've gotten them off of cereal box promotions. You know, maybe not cereal box, maybe Kellogg snacks. No, maybe not Kellogg's. Who owns Cheez-Its? What's the company behind Cheez-Its? Because Cheez-Its was one of them. I think Pringles. What else? I don't remember. Well, anyways, so the only reason why I have 1,050 mine coins now is because I've gotten them by submitting my receipt or whatever. Proof of purchase. Let's toss all that, and now we can go back and get the rest of the stuff. I was kind of waiting around here because I wanted it to turn day. And now that I know I gotta fix that, what we're gonna do after we come back, maybe if we have enough time, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a strip of logs, similarly to how it's currently set up on the edges, but we're gonna add a strip of logs in the middle. We're gonna put more torches down. Because apparently just having torches on the end, that's not good enough. They will still spawn. Because I saw one zombie and 2 spiders right in front of me. And that's not cool. And so many trees. Eventually all these trees will be gone. Definitely not this part. I don't know how much tree chopping I'm gonna do. Because I'm starting to realize that if I only have 5 streams after this, next week is going to be the last week of Through the Android for now until I pick up the series again later. But yeah, I'm starting to realize that we're already at the end here. Man, 40 episodes? That went by fast. Even with all the delays and most of the time only doing 3 episodes a week instead of 5. I'll take that, and I'll take the bed because I absolutely need it. With how slow it takes to break that, you can really see that you got a good look at the texture with its inverted colors. I remember back at the very beginning, this was like 0.2. Way back in the first few versions here on Pocket Edition, that they had the circle, the block breaking circle that you see. There it is. It used to be much more pixelated. Probably to match the whole pixelated style. Although they very quickly changed that into a higher resolution. It's still kind of pixelated, but they changed it to a higher resolution circle. Yeah, checks the time. We are definitely not going to work on the roof today. But we will head back. Alright, hold on. We're going to take a look-see at this. Let's see, because I was doing a test, right? Whether or not the pumpkins and melons would grow underneath the blocks. And it's absolutely certain the melons and potatoes will not grow underneath these stone bricks. It's not happening because you can clearly see they only like to spawn where there's glass. That's a bit of a bummer. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's also a Bedrock related thing. Because if this was Java, they just need a proper light level. But yeah, that's all it for the day. Start saying your final thoughts. Just let me put these in the chests and whatnot. In fact, let me also put the bed back. Okay, I feel better because I don't think we're gonna do any more nether spires since there's only a few versions left. I got it out of my system. I feel better now. All right, close enough. Yeah, we'll be back again tomorrow, probably the same time. If not, there's a chance I'll start an hour earlier, but we'll see. But yeah, that's all it for today. Thank you all for watching. Bye.